Première manche, au service, au gardien. Prêt, jouer.
It's all very well, Furlan wanting to be aggressive, but he's got to temper this. There's been nervous moments at the start. Yes, there's the aggression he's talking about. Bruguera, like all the top players, loves to dictate if he can. That's what Larsen was preventing him from doing at a major stage in the third set in their match. Furlan hasn't got the weapons of Larsen, but can change it up.
40-15.
Bruguera just beginning to warm to his task at the end of the last game, but not like two boxers sparring with each other in the first round. Bruguera takes the opening game.
Triton can keep this up a lot longer than they can.
New Triton with lifetime bounce guarantee. Plays perfectly up to 10 times longer than ordinary balls.
Triton, the 10 times winner.
No matter if you like it mild and sweet, or if your favorite foods are hot and spicy, Coca-Cola fits every mood. With every kind of food, there's always Coca-Cola, yeah. Coca-Cola, always Coca-Cola.
Welcome back. The crowd's still slow to come. Just checking on the morning's news, which is dominated, of course, by Agassi and Monica Seles making her comeback. Renzo Furlan, love one.
Premier service. 0-30.
Furlan has made a sluggish start to here, but so did Alberto Costa against Thomas Muster yesterday in his quarter-final. He really got motoring. Bruguera in the front there. Just enough on the double-hander.
30-40.
Furlan doing the right thing in coming forward. He's going to be mopped up if he stays at the back for considerable length of time. Here's break point for the champion. Spectacular stuff from Sergi Bruguera.
Bruguera, 2-0.
Good volley into the corner, but it didn't look too good a moment later. So Bruguera has the break and leads 2-love. Agrees with the rather late call.
15.
Furlan just wants to have a look himself and sees the mark.
Premier service.
Rather lazy shot there from Bruguera, didn't really get down to it. Not much he does is lazy. So committed on virtually every point. A little late to that.
15-40.
2 break-back points then for the Italian. most dispiriting when you hit two really fine shots through this match, and both times they've ended up losing you the point. The volley in the last game and that pile driver. No wonder the expression like that. Still break point though.
Égalité. Deuxième séance. Avantage Bruguera.
This will hurt Furlan badly, I think, if he's not able to win this game. He's had 2 break points. He's hit some of his best shots so far. And still, Bruguera leads him. Well done.
Égalité.
It was the only option.
Deuxième séance.
Oh, yes.
Avantage Bruguera.
Clinical finish from the Spaniard. Nothing much in the rally, the longest of the match so far. And then he races forward on the double-hander. And now has a point for 3-love again.
Bruguera.
And Bruguera at the moment seems to have his number. One break, 3 games, and all Spain now.
Okay, you win your driving.
live.
The centre court filling up quickly now. I think just over half full. Another half an hour and they'll all be here apart from those who already are fixed on having lunch. There's a few of those in Paris. Furlan having a difficult start here against the number 7 seed Sergi Bruguera. It's love 3.
Premier service.
He's got to go for those to have any chance at all of beating Bruguera.
Premier service.
Oh, wonderful shot from the Spaniard. Very aware that Furlan was going to come in there. Just checks to see if he's all right, and he is. And worse news for Furlan when he gets up is that he's now got to save 2 break points. At the moment it seems he's got nothing with which to hurt the Spaniard. Bruguera's just picking him off effortlessly now. Unless Furlan can find some sparkling form, this looks destined to be a rather one-sided affair. Bruguera in marked contrast to the form we showed against Larson. And at the moment the crowd are responding to anything that Furlan can do just to keep his spirits up. It's a difficult job.
15.
And at the moment, everything he's trying is coming off. That's his first ace. But more aggression from Bruguera now as he really finds his feet out there. And it's looking worse and worse for the Italian. Well done. He knows he's got to try and be positive the whole time against this man. It's no good just to sit and wait for Bruguera to make mistakes, because they won't come. Again, the move in, just slightly distracted Bruguera. And he misses a pass for just about the first time. And here's a moment for Furlan to really try and seize. Break point. Wonderful change. Bruguera seeing him beyond the baseline. And he's so incisive when he slips in the drop shot. So it's the third break point he's saved in all, two in the previous service game. Furlan needs to bottle that. There's one of the few errors that Bruguera makes on that forehand when he opens up. Here's a second break point in this game. And it's the measure of Bruguera that he plays the big point so well. Not that short, about half court, and takes aim and fires to within a centimetre of the sideline. Good stuff. Furlan now looking for any opportunity to come in. Sees the short ball, takes it. Third break point. And again, Bruguera steps up a gear. This time the double-hander doing the damage.
Avantage Bruguera.
But there'll be more disappointment, I would think, for Furlan, seeping into his brain if he misses 2 more break points and Bruguera goes 5-love up. It's less of a one-sided match, but the score doesn't lie. Well done. Well, he's been true to his game plan, Furlan, but after 26 minutes, it doesn't really show up there.
Premier. Avantage Furlan.
This time Bruguera making the move. And again being hurt from the wide forehand side, so a 4th break point now for the Italian. And again Bruguera opens up.
Égalité.
And when he's square on like that, it's just impossible to read whether he's going to go cross-court or down the line. And that's why his opponents always seem to be that fraction late.
Avantage Furlan.
He has rather rushed that. And this particular game has lasted about as long as the previous 4 put together. 5th break point.
Égalité.
And he makes it look so easy.
Avantage Bruguera.
Ace number 2. And his service action looks much more rhythmic today than it did against Larsen. No. And that's tough for it to finish like that. Bruguera weathers the storm, saves 5 break points, and he leads 5-love when he come back. Furlan will be serving to stay in the set.
Triton can keep this up a lot longer than they can.
New Triton with lifetime bounce guarantee. Plays perfectly up to 10 times longer than ordinary balls.
Triton, the 10 times winner.
Eurosport Live.
Rapidement, mesdames et messieurs, s'il
The
vous plaît.
champion
Merci.
in cruise mode at the moment.
Reprise.
He leads 5-love against Renzo Furlan of Italy.
Regagnez vos places rapidement, s'il vous plaît, mesdames et messieurs. Merci.
Furlan getting into the match, but still the feeling that whenever he moves up a gear, Bruguera has got his measure. And the Italian serving to stay in the set. Love 5.
Tout petit peu de silence, s'il vous plaît, merci. 15-0.
Now, he'd love just to get started here. Bruguera still making the odd error, but not enough to give the Italian any real heart. Not new to the centre court, played his fourth round match against Scott Draper here. But it's one thing playing Draper for all his good press, a qualifier, and another thing playing the mighty Sergi. He's finding that out right now. And it's good to see him make a gesture like that, which I guess helps to break the tension as well. But more important is the fact that he's actually on the board and has a game now. But it's Bruguera serving for the first set at 5-1. Bruguera still making too many unforced errors from the back, but not when it's mattered. Up 30. Furlan pointing out that it was just a fraction long, so he's got 3 more break points, but the bad news is that Bruguera has already saved 7. Here's a double fault. Bruguera, I think, losing his concentration. And it's 5-2 now.
Bruguera mène par 5 choses à 2.
The Volvo European Tour every week on Eurosport. It's Ryder Cup year and the battle is on for the right to wear that European jersey. There's a new showdown every week as the stars of golf trek around Europe. This programme is brought to you on Eurosport by Volvo and Arnold Palmer Golf Equipment. Quality assured by the king himself. The Deutsche Bank Open from Hamburg, Saturday at 8 p.m. and Sunday straight after the men's final at the French Open on Eurosport.
Eurosport Live.
Five games to 2 with hardly worrying times for Sergio Bruguera. But Furlan will feel he's now in this match, which he wasn't for the first 25 minutes or so. Serving with new balls. Once again, serving to stay in the set. It's 2-5. Not as good with the drop shot as Bruguera is. And of course you have to be so accurate with the drop against Bruguera, who, despite his 6'2", 1m88, is extremely fast around the clay. Both men with a dreadful first serve percentage at the moment. Bruguera's at 41, Furlan's at 33. Bruguera's definitely come off the boil. Bill Norris, the ATP trainer, I think called by Furlan in the last interval, last change out. Furlan looks down at the clay as if he was put off as he moved up to take that volley. Oh, yes. Kills him off with one little stroke. keeping him deep time after time with these long looping forehands, and then down comes a slice and kills it stone dead. Here are 2 set points. Good. Strong, aggressive play from Renzo Furlan.
34.
Second set point. But in the end, a fairly comprehensive set from Bruguera, who snuffs out any danger right there. First set taking 42 minutes. The volley is going to be an important shot for Furlan.
15.
Bruguera, if anything, is going to get more and more consistent from the back.
15.
The Spaniard can play a lot tighter than this, and yet he still won the first set 6-2. Well, I'm anxious to impose himself early on in this second set. Broke Bruguera in the Spaniard's last service game. Furlan just a little lame as he walked away there. Bill Norris has got some work to do, obviously, at the next change round. After the misfortune that Agassi suffered in his quarterfinal yesterday, however influential it was on the match, and it must have had some influence, not as much, I don't think, as Andre was at pains to point out, but it definitely affected him. We don't need another lame quarterfinalist. Furlan plays on, it looks as if it was out. Another devastating drop shot. And Furlan looks back now, but too late. Bill Norris comes on, and we'll see what kind of work he's got to do here think I heard him say it was when he serves it hurts.
Mesdames et messieurs, c'est un arrêt de 3 minutes pour blessure.
Looks like it's a hamstring. There's going to be a 3-minute injury timeout, that's for sure. Well, he's attended to. But this is rotten luck for the Italian, who has the tournament of his life, really. Certainly the Grand Slam of his life. I think he was saying to Bill Norris that it hurts most when he was reaching up to serve. That would make sense. But of course, one of the problems when you're playing someone like Sergi Bruguera is he constantly keeps you at full stretch.
Encore 2 minutes.
So he's got 2 minutes. For more repairs and an early lunch for the champion. So some protection coming on for what looks certain to me to be the hamstring. Going back to the Agassi match yesterday against Kafelnikov, Agassi was
Encore 1 minute.
saying in the press conference afterwards that it happened early on in the first set at 2-1 in the first set, which seems a great surprise to me because the trainer didn't come on, Bill Norris didn't come on till the early stage in the second, and I'm not sure how much of an influence it had on the first set, in which Kafelnikov played so well. There's no doubt that by the third, Agassi was being hampered. But what irked me a little bit was that very little praise was being heaped on Kafelnikov, who's had a miserable start to this year and who is such a blazing talent. And he won very impressively indeed. I think Agassi, lame or not, would have beaten practically anyone else in the world. So a rather disgruntled move back to the baseline for Renzo Furlan. Here's the first service percentage, which is another big worry. But maybe the hamstring is the problem. As he pushes down to get height on it. His first double fault. Again, Bruguera gets the luck. And Furlan is getting a little down now. Understandable. Such a big day for him, and the last thing he needed was to be incapacitated in any way. The crowd booing because they feel he's taking advantage of the injury, but you would, wouldn't you? It's a Grand Slam, it's the quarter-final, it's the biggest game he's played, Bruguera, this year. But Furlan is obviously struggling, much more obviously than Agassi was yesterday. And the crowd trying to lift him.
15-40.
But they can't repair the injury. Riccardo Piatti there on the right. Just about his best shot of the match. 2 breakpoint saves. Here's a third.
Égalité.
Still get the feeling that, brave though this is, it's an irrelevance now. He had to be at full physical ability to take on Bruguera, and he's obviously not. There will be fleeting moments of triumph, but there won't be enough.
Avantage Furlan.
By a long, long way. But he has a point here to level up at a game apiece.
Égalité.
A weak lob brings it back to deuce.
Avantage Bruguera.
And now Bruguera has a chance for a break. It'll be his third break of the Furlan serve. He broke him on the first two occasions. His fourth break, rather. He broke him obviously to take the set. And I wonder what's going on, not in Bruguera's mind, but in Furlan. These are awful moments for him. And this is his biggest match of his career. But how much is it worth carrying on if you know you're doing yourself no good physically and there is no chance at all of you winning the match? Third ace that was for Bruguera.
30-0.
No complaint. Fourth ace. And obviously not just the serve, but pushing off on return is a problem. So we're going to see Bill Norris again, or could we be very near the end? Bruguera has a long look at Furlan. Furlan's going to carry on, I think. You never know, I suppose. Bruguera could suffer an injury himself. He might have a brainstorm, but there just doesn't seem to be any hope at all of this match being turned round right now. Furlan, though, doesn't want to quit. That's the fourth break of his serve. His first service percentage still below 40%. That's where it really hurts. The downward and then the pressing up. I think also when he takes off from side to side, there's nothing more that Bill Norris can do really now. He's got the support, he's had the spray. All he can do now, the trainers wish him good luck. Sometimes it can be a cruel game. Love 3. He's a set down.
Premier service.
But remember, just about an hour ago, I was talking about how aggressive he wanted to be. It's virtually impossible now. He wanted to come in and serve and volley.
15-0.
All those things at the mercy of the hamstring. Bruguera will relish a non-emotional, non-competitive match here as he gets nearer and nearer peak fitness. Get enough against Larson to last him a couple of weeks. Another exquisite volley from Furlan.
40-15.
Again, he had to steady himself when he went for the volley, but really was a cracker.
Premier service.
But he takes the game, only the third of the match.
Bruguera mène par 3 jeux à 1.
But Bruguera's only danger now is if he falls asleep here. Good to see Furlan still trying to stay true to that original game plan.
15-1.
There's no mileage in trying to rally from the back, especially when you're injured. Garros looks in a rush, really, to get this over with. Oh yes, fine shot. Was well on the volley to get it back off balance, but really made it very straight onto Bruguera's racket. Bruguera's worked hard on these volleys to make himself a more all-round competitor. That was a poor one. He definitely has come off the ball once again. His break point. Right into the president's box. Very well played. Beautifully constructed rally. Furlan keeping the ball on Bruguera's backhand until he saw the opportunity and then comes in great style. Second break point. He's got the break. I still think it's academic, but all credit to him for showing such fighting qualities. Bruguera leads 3-2.
Play. John McEnroe won 115 titles with Dunlop rackets.
Bless you. Bless you.
How will our new revelation affect his performance?
Football. Quiet, please.
The Revelation's unique construction flexes to help you place the ball more accurately. Offering every player
Ball was good. Game, set, match, McEnroe.
outstanding control.
Eurosport Live.
Here on centre court, everyone wondering whether the impossible could suddenly become reality, but it's an impossibility still for me. Renzo Furlan has got level on breaks in the second set. 2-3, first set to Bruguera, 6-2, but could just come in. The strapping on his left leg is not decoration. Hamstring gone. And with it, I fear his chance. But he's still out there and obviously feels for as long as he can. He's going to give it his best shot. Ganza. Oh, yes. It often happens that a player, when he is injured, forgets all the nerves, and suddenly comes out of himself. And it's true here that Furlan is playing better than when he was injured. But you can't take on Bruguera on clay if you're not 100%. Still making those moves forward. And now has a chance for his third game in a row. Very well played. Good volleys. Heads up play. 3 games apiece. Bruguera shaking his head. Not playing well at the moment. Often so difficult to play someone who's injured. You lose impetus and it's difficult to get it back. But I'm sure he will. Starting to mutter to himself now, Bruguera.
0-15.
As Furlan is deep in concentration. And you can hear him. Bruguera just a few minutes ago looked impatient to get it over with. I think now he knows he's got to work. The match is not going to automatically come to him. Oh. First one was a miss hit, the second certainly wasn't.
40-15.
Furlan keeping the ball deep from the back. Yes, that's what he wasn't doing early on, moving the lame man around. Bruguera goes in front again, leads 4-3, and by a set.
Formula One on Eurosport with Goodyear. Montreal, Notre Dame Island, the Gilles Villeneuve circuit. Picture postcard places, but Damon Hill, Michael Schumacher and Gerhard Berger will have to do some speedy sightseeing. It's round 5 of the World Championship. The Canadian Grand Prix, qualifying practice Friday and Saturday at 7 p.m. live and at 11 p.m. The warm-up Sunday live at 3:30 p.m. and then the race live at 8 p.m. on Eurosport.
Eurosport Live.
There's the vicious topspin that Bruguera imparts.
S'il vous plaît, merci.
Not playing any real form at the moment, but he's leading by a set and 3-4 against the injured Renzo Furlan. But he's really starting to get to himself. He began promisingly, but this sense of anticlimax has obviously hit him as well. That wasn't a great shot. You can see almost a smile there. Nothing with injury. Right there, just bad execution. And he can't make the passes like he could earlier on, Bruguera. Just a fraction late on anything. The adrenaline is just not pumping for him. So 4-all. Bruguera must be really sick with himself the way he's playing at the moment. Good to see Bruguera try and energize the rally eventually.
30-0.
Suddenly he injects some pace. Just looping it time after time. Yes, that's his best rally of the set, and it's not saying an awful lot. And when you come back, Furlan will be serving to stay in the second set, a set down.
Dunlop and Eurosport offer you the chance to play John McEnroe at Queen's Club London and visit Wimbledon with a guest, all expenses paid. Also to be won fabulous Dunlop Revelation rackets. Was John McEnroe a serve and volley player? If you have the answer, you've already won the first set. To play McEnroe, call the Eurosport hotline now. Dunlop and Eurosport wish you good luck.
Eurosport Live.
A rather somber attitude around the centre court at the moment. Still a feeling of inevitability about this match. The weather hasn't helped. It's a little gloomy. No prospect of rain, at least for the time being. It's such a shame that Furlan has showed positive thoughts early on in this match, but because of the injury is still fighting within himself to create some kind of challenge. 4-5. I think Bruguera, from a period of playing the injury, is now beginning to play the man. For the most part, Bruguera's play in this second set has justified Furlan's decision to carry on. I think a few would have decided there was no percentage in doing so. He's still level on breaks in the second set. Few whistles. It's not enjoyable for anyone, least of all Bruguera, I fancy. Although, of course, he'll take the victory.
40-15.
Still a majestic sight when he can whip that double-hander through. Furlan keeps the challenge going. Five games all in the second set. First set to Bruguera, 6-2. The wind getting up a little more. And a few coats coming on around the place. Just such little authority in Bruguera's play here. That was a better rally.
30-0.
Oh, yes. Roland sneaking forward, but just a wonderful pass here. He's made very few unforced errors, Furlan, in this set.
Bruguera mène par 6-5.
And Bruguera leads 6-5. When you come back again, he'll be serving to stay in the set, Furlan.
Formula One on Eurosport with Ford. And Hitachi. Montreal, Notre Dame Island, the Gilles Villeneuve circuit. Picture postcard places, but Damon Hill, Michael Schumacher and Gerhard Berger will have to do some speedy sightseeing. It's round 5 of the World Championship. The Canadian Grand Prix, qualifying practice Friday and Saturday at 7 p.m. live and at 11 p.m. The warm-up Sunday live at 3:30 p.m. and then the race live at 8 p.m. on Eurosport.
Eurosport Live.
An hour and a half we've been going and time hasn't exactly flown. Renzo Furlan at 5-6. Serving for the second time to stay in this set. Bruguera taking the first 6-2. But right at the start of the second set, Furlan injuring his hamstring on his left leg. Bruguera having a look at that, then rubbing it away, no problem. Good volley, but it was an even better bit of PR from Bruguera. They're remembering what happened on court A against Larsen a couple of days ago.
15-0.
He was booed then, booed off court. And obviously wants to make friends again. He's really volleying well now, Furlan.
35.
Points away from losing this second set. Punishing rally, particularly for Furlan, who had to cover an awful lot of ground there. So here's set point. Well done.
Égalité.
Poor shot from Bruguera, which really set him up, but he moved well for it. So back to deuce.
Correction, Roland.
And Bruguera will feel upset there. He had him pinned back with a great chance of prizing him wide open. To which it's back to deuce.
Silence, s'il vous plaît.
Great defense from Furlan, but eventually it breaks.
Avantage Bruguera.
So second set point.
Wait, please.
Terrific pass from Bruguera. And he takes the second set in somewhat better form than he played most of it. And that's not saying very much at all. It's been a grave disappointment after the first set. Looks so promising. He started out with virtually error-free play. But the injury, I think, has taken the guts out of the match, and particularly out of him. But tremendous courage shown by Furlan. Must have been acute disappointment to suffer the injury. And he played the set remarkably well, considering. Still trying everything he knows. Philippe Chatrier, former president of the French Federation and the ITF. Still Furlan trying the enterprising moves, going for any opening he sees. Just long. Well, that's a more emphatic start to the set for Bruguera. Now won 3 games in a row. He leads 1-love and by 2 sets.
Dunlop and Eurosport offer you the chance to play John McEnroe at Queen's Club London and visit Wimbledon with a guest, all expenses paid. Also to be won fabulous Dunlop Revelation rackets. Was John McEnroe a serve and volley player? If you have the answer, you've already won the first set. To play McEnroe, call the Eurosport hotline now. Dunlop and Eurosport wish you good luck.
Eurosport Live.
Picture of a man in a fair amount of distress, I think. Renzo Furlan in the biggest match of his life. Winner of 2 titles, 2 singles titles last year in San Jose and Casablanca, but never before got to beyond the 3rd round of any Grand Slam. Got to the 3rd round of the Australian Open this year. And beat Ronald Agenor and Carlo Veste before going out to David Wheaton. But here we are with him in the quarter-final. of a Grand Slam. And he gets injured right at the end of the first set. 2 sets down now, and love 1 down against the champion, Bruguera. Bruguera in 2 minds, first whether to come in or not, and secondly whether he had a chance of making the overhead. I fancy he did if he timed his jump right.
15-0.
Second double fault. Still serving at around 40%. It's 41 at the moment. Bruguera is at 59. Furlan stopped in his tracks. He thought it was a winner. Felt good when it left the racket. Yes. Excellent play from Furlan, doing what Bruguera does to so many opponents. Manoeuvring him around and just pushing that little hook shot wide to Bruguera's forehand. No pressure in that ball. Bruguera coming forward for one of the first times, certainly since the first set. Watching Bruguera on clay can be a really exciting occasion. This hasn't been one of them. Deuce. Excellent defense from the Italian. Bruguera just missing the top defense.
Avantage Furlan.
Here's Furlan with a second chance here to make it one each. And for the majority of this match, Bruguera has really failed to show too much positive thought at all. One game each. That's better, although Furlan really did move well for that. Pulls up sharply just below Bruno Robert. You can see in a fair amount of pain. A lovely little dink drop shot here. Here's that run. A rally that sums up the match so far. Prodigious defense, but it's never going to be quite good enough.
Bruguera mène par 2-1.
So Bruguera leads now by 2 sets and 2-1. It's with serve so far in this third set.
Play.
John McEnroe won 115 titles with Dunlop rackets.
Bless you.
How will our new revelation affect his performance?
Quiet, please.
The Revelation's unique construction flexes to help you place the ball more accurately, offering every player
Ball was good. Game, set, match, McEnroe.
outstanding control.
Eurosport Live.
Situation here on the centre court is that Sergi Bruguera in the third quarter-final. Remember, we had 2 yesterday with Kafelnikov going through to play Muster in that semi. And here, Sergi Bruguera A winner of 2 sets so far against Renzo Furlan, who's injured his right thigh and seems a good deal incapacitated, but putting up a valiant effort, and Bruguera at the moment is struggling to put him away, although he does lead by 2 sets and 2-1 in the 3rd set, but it's not been impressive. He has got great legs for clay. He does move superbly well, and his slide is a joy to behold. Yes. One big forehand too many.
15-30.
Furlan still giving it everything he can in this massive match for him. On the line. I'll say from first sight, I thought it might have gone wide. Sergi not complaining at all. He's been a very good boy as far as the line calls are concerned. Dapper looking Tyriak. Here's break point for Bruguera to go 3-1 up. Another super volley. Luis having a few words with Sergi. Nothing much wrong here, though. Surprised with the incoming man, and didn't he handle it well when he got there? Yes. Super play.
Avantage Furlan.
Well, it's hardly been a match to stir the pulse. So the cameraman getting a little distracted, working hard and working pretty well. Very effective end to that game by Lorenzo Furlan. Saves the break point and back level on 2 each. Luis can hardly be happy with the way his son has played this. He'll understand it's a very difficult thing to gauge how to play an opponent who obviously is suffering. Not suffering that match, but enough. Worth a try. Obviously feels that Furlan's coming in too often now and he needs to be kept honest. 30 all. Oh yes, now that was much more like it from Sergi Bruguera. Again, more brave play from Furlan, who now trudges to his chair. Game's tough, but it's 3-2 to the Spaniard.
According to a professor at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, man will soon be able to download himself into a computer. There already exists an interface to connect the brain to an electronic memory. All his knowledge will be transferred to a data bank. With no further need for physical form, man's body can then wither and die.
Live.
His expression rarely changes, the Antiriac, and he'll be singly unimpressed with what he's seen here. A very moderate performance indeed from Sergi Bruguera, but enough to stay on top of the incapacitated Lorenzo Furlan. So it's 2-3 with serve, no break so far. And anything that Furlan produces out of the ordinary, given strong applause. Crowd have done all they can to keep him in this. Signs of a bit more enterprise now from Bruguera. Danger signs now that the third set could go the same way as the first two. Bruguera, it seems, is beginning to raise his game. Some dashing forehands from Furlan. Excellent. So now, break point. He saved one in his previous service game, Furlan. He's kept his challenge going. But the last, I think, important nail may be just about to be driven home. It's in. A mistimed forehand, but a lovely slice. The first break of the third set. And Furlan is not going to come back from this. Ironically, he seems to be moving freer now than he was in the second set. But in the last few minutes, Bruguera has eliminated his errors. And Furlan, while still full of intention, is starting to spray the ball all over the place. Here are 3 points for 5-2. Ace number 5. And I'm afraid these are the last rites for Renzo Furlan.
Colder than I am? Who's that?
You're gonna wait all
Hot day here. Heads up, look out!
Wait a minute. Can you see anything yet?
Just a second, settle down. You'll bring the refrigerator. Oh, what does he have? What does he have? I can't see through you.
What you move over, please? Wait a minute. It's...
Come on,
pretty good stuff right here.
This wrinkle someone's tennis wife.
Play. 2 hours and 8 minutes, and it's been pretty hurtful, both physically and mentally, for Lorenzo Furlan of Italy, who serves now to stay in the championship. Called good. Hair's breadth decision.
0-15.
But nothing has gone his way, except a valiant heart. Oh. And now he's nearly there. Bruguera starting to really let rip.
0-30.
Bruguera started this match well and looks as if he's going to finish it well. There's been some fairly mediocre times in between. No, it was the wrong choice as well, because Bruguera was already moving in. Here are 2 match points for Sergi Bruguera to take his place in the semi-final. Yes, an impressive finish, but your heart goes out to Lorenzo Furlan. He kept going, he battled hard, but he had no chance. And a rather lackluster beginning to the afternoon, but Bruguera is through to his 3rd successive French Open semi-final. Bruguera through to meet the winner of the next match on court, and we have to hope that Adrian Voinea, who's been such a revelation this year, the talk of the championship really, apart from Scott Draper, can lift all our spirits and put up a strong performance against Michael Chang. But Bruguera has behaved well here, and he's got the fans back on his side. And the most important part for him is he got there without expending too much energy. He's getting stronger all the time, but he'll have to play better against either Chang or Voinea. Voinea Chang coming up after this.
Play.
playing at home, you feel the support of the crowd, you feel additional pressure to do well here then?
Yeah, I mean, for me, Gstaad is always difficult every year. I mean, I play much better when I play in Basel because of the surface. I mean, it's more easier for me. But when I play here, I mean, I really like to play the better I can for the public and try to win the tournament. I mean, it was one of the thing I'd like to do in my career is maybe to win the two tournaments in Switzerland.
It surprises me that you say this surface is a bit difficult for you. I mean, you hit the ball very hard, you serve very big, and the surface is very fast. Plus, you're actually a very good clay courter. What do you think? Why do you think this surface is difficult for you?
I mean, it's not the surface, but I mean, when you play a guy like Bruguera, I mean, we play with a lot of top spin, so it's very difficult for myself to control the ball, even with my forehand. So, I mean, it's pretty difficult. But I think that if I really want to play here, well, here, I have to play serve and volley, and I have to try to come to the net the more often I can.
And the last few days it's been very hot. I assume you practiced quite a bit in the heat here, and now it started to rain. It slowed down things a lot. Do you think that was an advantage for you?
No, I mean, every year I came like a week before the tournament, and a couple of times I lost first round, so...
That's what I'm saying, that it started to rain during the match. I assume it's a bit slower now than it was in the beginning.
No, I mean, the clay doesn't matter. It's like more the altitude. I mean, even here, even if it's raining, you can play serve and volley because the ball is going so fast, so it's no problem for me.
Well, congratulations, Mark, and good luck for the week. Thank you very much.
Okay.
So, Mark Rosset. Interesting that he finds it more difficult against the guys like Bruguera on this. But he's through to the second round. He'll play Francisco Clavet of Spain, who earlier on today beat Fabrice Santoro. He's through 2-6, 6-3, 6-4.
Remember the final of the Cup Winners' Cup? Did Naim score for Zaragoza from almost 50 metres? If you have the answer, you may be the lucky winner of a CD jukebox. Also to be won, superb Eurosport t-shirts. To play and win, call the Eurosport hotline now. Good luck. It's time to get out the climbing gear and hit the Alps, the legendary stages of the Tour de France. The man who wants the yellow jersey in Paris will first have to prove himself on Europe's highest peaks.
Tomorrow, Aime-la-Plagne to l'Alpe d'Huez. Noon, Central European Time, 11 o'clock in the UK.
Motors. Every week on Eurosport, news updates, interviews, behind-the-scenes reports, a world where speed is everything. Motors, a full dose of thrills.
Motors, every Tuesday at 8 p.m. on Eurosport. Coming soon on Eurosport. Snooker. With Stephen Hendry, Steve Davis, Jimmy White, John Parrott, Alan McManus.
Snooker, the European League. Tuesday, 11 p.m. on Eurosport.
Switzerland's Alex Zülle was the hero on stage 9 of the Tour de France, the first mountain stage in this year's race. Zülle broke away 100 kilometers from the finish at La Plagne in the Alps and stayed out to win by 2.5 minutes from Miguel Indurain, the race leader from Spain, dropping all his major rivals as he went after the Swiss, and Indurain more than ever the wearer of the yellow jersey. More than on that and the rest of the day's sporting news in Eurosport News, 7:30 Central European Time, 6:30 in the UK.
magazine on Eurosport. All the latest from Formula One. Every Wednesday, a roundup of analysis and commentary of the weekend's Grand Prix. The teams, the drivers, the mechanics, the engineers, everything that makes the Grand Prix go. Formula One, the Grand Prix magazine, Wednesday at 7 p.m. on Eurosport.
New York, Rome, Lausanne, London, Stockholm, Nice, Monaco, Zurich, Cologne, Brussels, Berlin.
The cities of Europe host the IAAF Grand Prix and welcome the stars of international athletics. The Record Breakers on Eurosport. The Nikaya meeting from Nice, Wednesday live at 8 p.m. on Eurosport.
Eurosport Live.
Welcome back. Here in Gstaad, the crowd abuzz. It's been a fairly mediocre day as far as the weather's been concerned, and indeed the tennis. But everyone awaiting the arrival of the two players here, particularly Yannick Noah, who's going to be playing his first match for 4 years. On he comes with Cédric Pioline. Pioline, of course, the quarter-finalist at Wimbledon just last week and put up a magnificent battle against Boris Becker. Sorry if you're getting a problem with the feed back home, but I'll describe the scenes in front of me right now. Noah and Pioline taking their places either side of the court, and it'll be fascinating to see how Noah gets on here. The old fella, 35 years old, but I saw him in some doubles last night. He was playing with Guy Forget, and he looked in good form and in good physical condition. He's kept himself fit despite a fairly extravagant lifestyle, and he's in good humor too, already joking with the crowd as he takes off his outer garments. And this might be a difficult match for Pioline, up against the man, of course, who's once again the Davis Cup captain. Noah, who took France to the Davis Cup in 1991, again installed as captain, and Pioline should be a member of that team. He'll be back with the match, and hopefully the feed restored right after this.
Motors. Every week on Eurosport, news updates, interviews, behind-the-scenes reports, a world where speed is everything. Motors, a full dose of thrills. With Total.
Motors, every Tuesday at 8 p.m. on Eurosport.
Combat Sport. Your regular roundup of what's new in the martial arts world. Every discipline, blow by blow, technique by technique, exploit by exploit. Go.
Combat Sport, Thursday at 8 p.m. on Eurosport.
They're big. They're bad. They're impressive. And they're right here on Eurosport. Dare to take on the Ring Warriors. Thursday, 9 p.m. on Eurosport. Remember the final of the Cup Winners' Cup? Did Naim score for Zaragoza from almost 50 metres? If you have the answer, you may be the lucky winner of a CD jukebox. Also to be won, superb Eurosport t-shirts. To play and win, call the Eurosport hotline now. Good luck.
Boxing on Eurosport. Budwani versus Bungo for the European Super Welterweight title, Thursday at 11 p.m. on Eurosport.
Welcome back. We've got a problem with the feed now on the match between Piolín and Yannick Noah. We're going to have to go back to a match yesterday between Thomas Muster and Alex Corretja of Spain. Quite a match it was. Going to pick it up right at the start with Corretja to serve.
Oh. 15 love. Love.
Just out there from Muster, who of course is on an extraordinary winning streak. Unbeaten in 40 clay court matches this year. The third longest streak in the Open era. And the champion at Roland Garros.
30-15.
Muster with 7 tournament titles to his credit this year. The last just a couple of weeks ago, just before Wimbledon at St. Polten. Terrific shot from Muster, typical of his style, the style that won him the title at Roland Garros.
$40-30.
Muster just the nats off. Still will obviously take time to get grooved. Didn't go to Wimbledon, took a couple of weeks off there. But Corretja, one of the most dangerous guys you could meet in the first round, ranked 22. Oh, yes. Wonderful shot from Corretja.
Advantage correction.
Correctia semi-finalists in Munich and Mexico. Reached the last 16 of the French Open, lost to Kafelnikov.
Game Correctia.
And it's Correctia who takes the opening game.
Eurosport Live.
But now we're cutting off that because we have restored the feed and we're live now with Cedric Pioline and Yannick Noah. This is the first point of the match. And already Noah is getting the crowd involved. A little bit of drizzle around the court. Pioline's had a dreadful year in which his ranking dropped to its worst ever. 56. But now beginning the long road back.
.15.
But just as Correccia was a difficult opponent for Thomas Muster, couldn't really have picked a worse wild card for Pioline than Yannick Noah. He's on a no-win situation. Of course, he should bury Noah, who doesn't even have a ranking, hasn't played for 4 years. But easier said than done. And if Noah can get into this match, the crowd will definitely take their part and make it an extremely difficult match.
.30.
Now a jumble of expressions. First ace.
First game.
And Pioline will be glad to have that notched up, that game. Had a love-hate affair, really. Pioline was the authority in France. Wanted his coach, Pierre Dumont, to be part of the scene when he was a Davis Cup player. The French Federation didn't want that. He said, okay, you can do without me. They did. And he's never really been that active in the Davis Cup scene, but who knows, if he starts to really get the results together in the next few weeks, it could well be that he'll start to get back on the scene. But some extraordinary losses he's had this year. First